Hello boys and gals, how you doing? I hope everything's good. BigBadWolfMoto here, coming to you from this area between Vaudreuil and Hudson. I've come to like these roads around here, so I find myself riding around here pretty often. And today I would like to talk about something that might concern mostly people that don't ride motorcycles, or they don't ride motorcycles yet, or even some new riders. I would like to talk about the dangers that are involved when riding motorcycles. We all know very well that motorcycle riding is not a safe sport. It's a dangerous sport. Anything can happen and anything can change for you at a blink of an eye. Of course, we all hope something like that would never happen, but it's a possibility. Publicity, statistics, studies suggest, and they correctly suggest, that the possibilities of getting hurt while riding a bike are way higher than the possibilities of getting hurt driving a car. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Pardon my French. Of course the possibilities are bigger because you don't have the cage around you. You don't have that physical shell that protects you while you're driving a car. There's a number of other elements that put a rider at risk while riding. One of those elements would be riding in a group. Riding in a group, as fun as it may be, riding around with your buddies, as cool as it sounds or as it looks, it is dangerous. Because if one person makes a mistake, then chances are that this mistake is going to affect other people in the formation. So there you go, riding in groups. Another element that can put you at risk when riding a bike, and that would be lane splitting. Yes, lane splitting, the hot topic. The hot topic, especially in North America, because we cannot lane split except California and I think a couple more states that passed the bill lately. So lane splitting. Lane splitting has to be done with extreme caution. You never know who might swerve into your path, who might open a door. You never know what to expect. And you're moving, so your reaction time decreases. So lane splitting is another element that puts you at risk. Also, another thing I could think of right now is unfamiliar terrain. Oil on the road, gravel. We all know how gravel loves to go and just sit into those big corners. And if you take them a little bit too wide, chances are you're going to end up in the ditch or in the lake, or maybe off the cliffs. Gravel. Also, here in North America, we have cold in the winter, we have hot in the summer. So the temperature of the pavement and the asphalt might be changing, so this influences your traction. You know, when you take a corner in the summer under heat, and then you take it in the winter when it's cold, it's not the same. And of course, potholes, bumps, and all these things can influence your course. Another thing that might put you at risk: bad drivers, my friend. Bad drivers. How many videos and how many stories have been made on this one? It's so crazy, it's not even funny. Hey boys, personally, whatever I do that involves cars, intersections, I always assume the worst. I assume that the driver in front of me is going to do the most idiotic thing in the world. I never take it easy, relax, and say, yeah, it's alright, he's gonna turn right or he's gonna turn left, you know. How many times people forget the blinkers on, and you think they want to turn right, you go to pass, and then they throw you in the opposite lane. Anyway, that's a long story. So yeah, bad drivers, that's one more thing. And the final most important element that can seriously put you at risk would be riding above your skill level. We gotta put some gas, dude. All gassed up. Let's rock and roll. Sometimes people riding motorcycles will like to show off every once in a while. It's true. Motorcycles are cool. And one of the reasons why we ride, it's exactly because they are cool. So riding above our skill level, that's a mistake that could be very, very costly. You want to do wheelies? Do wheelies. You want to ride at 185 miles per hour? Ride at 185 miles per hour. You want to get into the corners really, really hot? Get into the corners really, really hot. But do that when you are ready. A friend of mine once said many years ago, we were a bunch of kids gathered around, and he was one of the guys that we were looking up to because he was riding motorcycles and we were still very young for that. And he said one of the most important things when you ride a bike is not to show off to people, and most importantly, not to show off to yourself. I believe these are very, very wise words. To wrap this thing up, motorcycles are like guns. In the wrong hands, they can be lethal. So, if you approach motorcycle riding with the right attitude, with a proper attitude, you will experience beautiful, beautiful things. Motorcycle riding, when it's approached with the right attitude, it can be so rewarding, so exhilarating, such a beautiful feeling. It can be romantic, it can be glorious, it can be beautiful. So these are some dangers that are involved with riding bikes. This is BigBadWolfMoto, riding around somewhere between Hudson and Rigaud, and I thank you so much for watching once again, and always be safe and happy, and I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Take care, everybody. BigBadWolfMoto out.